everyone. In today's video, we're going to be talking about seventh chords. A seventh chord is a type of four-note chord. Just like a triad, we have a root, a third, and a fifth, but we add a fourth note, a third above the fifth. There are 5 types of seventh chords we need to know about. I think it's useful to think about them by identifying their 2 component parts, some sort of triad and some sort of seventh. To see what I mean, let's take a look at the major seventh chord at the top left of the screen. A major seventh chord consists of a major triad and a major seventh. See here, we have our major triad, C, E, and G, and we've added to it a major seventh above the root, or B natural. Remember that in a major seventh chord, the seventh will be 1/2 step below the root. Next, we have the major minor seventh chord. Now, this textbook and a lot of other textbooks call this a major minor seventh chord, but another more common name for this type of seventh chord is a dominant seventh chord. We'll get into why that is later. A major minor seventh chord consists of a major triad and a minor seventh, shown here with, again, C major, C, E, and G. And now we have added a minor seventh above C, B flat. You've probably heard this sound a lot before. Next, we have the minor seventh chord. A minor seventh chord is comprised of a minor triad on the bottom and a minor seventh above the root. Here, I've shown it with C, E flat, and G natural, so a C minor triad, then with a minor seventh or B flat above the root. It sounds like this. Now you might be wondering, well, where's the minor major seventh chord? While those do exist, it's not something we're going to be dealing with in this course. Now let's talk about the 2 types of diminished seventh chords we'll be talking about in this class. The first of these is half diminished. Whether a seventh chord is half diminished or fully diminished, the triad on the bottom is a diminished triad. For a half diminished seventh chord, we have a diminished triads, so C, E flat, and G flat, with a minor seventh above the root, B flat. It sounds like this. And lastly, the fully diminished seventh chord. A fully diminished seventh chord consists of a diminished triad, so in this case, C, E flat, and G flat, and a diminished seventh above the root. So here we get C, E flat, G flat. There's our diminished triad with a diminished seventh, or B double flat. And it sounds like this. I'm kind of a chart person, so let's take a look at another way we can think about identifying and writing our seventh chords. Now, you can always think about the seventh first and then the triad, but this is just the way I like to do it. So think about it whichever way works for you. So shown here, right, if we have a major triad, then we need to next identify the quality of the seventh. If we have a major seventh, we're dealing with a major seventh chord. If we have a minor seventh, we're dealing with a major minor seventh, also known as a dominant seventh chord. If you see a minor triad on the bottom, it's going to be a minor seventh chord. If you think you found a minor major seventh, it's not a thing in this class, and look again. And lastly, if you have a diminished triad on the bottom with a minor seventh above the root, you've got a half diminished seventh. And if you have a diminished triad with a diminished seventh above the root, you've got a fully diminished seventh chord. That concludes our introduction to seventh chords. I hope that was helpful. Like always, I highly recommend you do this homework at the piano. It's a lot easier to see it on a keyboard if you've got the right pitches. Also, by playing what you've written for your homework, your ears will sometimes tell you if you've made a mistake. Thanks, and I'll see you all next time.